tengo el correo. Bien, ¿hay alguna duda? ¿Algo que quieran revisar? Díganme sí o no, pero díganme algo. Dime, Noé.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. I have a question. The word as, like como, how can I use it? Because I know the one phrase, the as you can as possible, but I don't know how to use in another with another words in what time or yeah, that.
Es una muy buena pregunta. De hecho, as es una preposición que puede ser un poco complicada de usar a veces porque eh, como tú decías, la vas a poder usar con el significado de cómo. As easy, o también puede ser tan, por eso es la complicación. As easy as possible, tan fácil como sea posible. Acá tenemos los dos usos de as, uno como tan y otro como cómo. As soon as possible, tan pronto como se pueda, as easy as possible. Ahora, también puedes usarlo como comparativos, y ese es el uso un poquito más común. I'm not as old as my brother. No soy tan viejo como mi hermano. ¿Sí? Is not as good. Por ejemplo, hablando de películas, ¿no? Sabemos que siempre las secuelas son peores que la primera. The second part is not as good as the first one. ¿Sí? La segunda no es tan buena como la primera. ¿Sale? Es el uso más común. Me suena a frase de Duolingo. ¿Estoy equivocado?
Yeah, it's a phrase from Duolingo, but I heard that in movies and in series, and I like to learn how to use it. Yeah.
¿Has oído esta expresión ASAP? La puse en el chat.
Sí, la he escuchado, pero no.
Esa es un acrónimo, de hecho, es muy común en lenguaje militar, ASAP. I need this done ASAP. Bueno, obviamente ya se usa en lenguaje común, es as soon as possible.
Yes. Yeah.
Cuando así en algo, te digo, es lenguaje militar, ¿no? Pero ya la gente lo usa, precisamente por las películas, lo usa más coloquialmente. Entonces, cuando te digan ASAP, I need this ASAP, es as soon as possible. Lo antes
Okay.
posible sería la traducción. Sí, bueno, no sé cómo se les ocurriría traducir eso, pero sí es lo antes posible.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
De nada. ¿A qué te refieres, Ricardo? Para los idiomas, no. ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta? Ah, ya. Bien, estas preguntas me gustan. Son muy específicas y ayudan bastante para aclararlo. Bien, entonces, let's begin today's activity as soon as possible, like I told you. No te preocupes, Nancy, no es una clase como tal, es un club de conversación. Si tienes alguna duda, me puedes preguntar en cualquier momento, ¿va? Very good. Today's activity, do I have some things planned for today? But the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, if you can do an interview, who would you interview? Who would be the victim of your interview?
Sorry, can you repeat the
Yes,
question?
yes, of course. Am, bueno, no sé si esta ya se las había dicho. Cuando no escuchen bien algo, una forma mucho más coloquial de preguntar es, I didn't quite catch what you said. Se los escribo. I didn't ay, quite catch what you said. I didn't quite catch what you said. Porque como me lo preguntaste, está muy bien, ¿no? Nada más que es un poquito formal. Can you repeat, please? Otra forma formal de decir es one more time, please. Este es como, no es tan formal, pero no es como un imperativo. ¿Va?
I don't get it. I
I
didn't
didn't.
get it.
I
Didn't.
didn't get it. Can you, o también, ¿viste Bastardos sin Gloria?
No.
Y hay una parte cuando Hans Landa, el coronel Hans Landa, está preguntándole a Brad Pitt sobre su apellido, está pretendiendo que es italiano, y le dice, one more time. One more time es así como ya más, es como una orden. Bueno, todo esto para la explicación, pero what I told you, what I was asking actually, is that if you have the chance to interview anyone, who would you choose to interview?
Alive or
No, it could be real, live, death. Could be a cartoon character. I don't care. But for example, I'm going to give you my perception on this topic. I would really like to interview Hitler. That would be quite interesting. And I could interview Dracula. That would be Messi and Pope Francis. That's going to be quite interesting, Sandra, especially because it could be at the same time. Save this for later because you're going to explain me why. Who else? Alejandro, who would you interview?
Um, Hello. I I would like to interview Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he's a very amazing person, a really good player.
Just a couple days ago, I was watching. I don't know if you are aware of this, but his wife has a reality show. I don't remember her name, but she has a reality show, and eventually, Cristiano Ronaldo appears in that show, right? And I've seen a couple of not interviews, conversations they are having with their kids, and I was like, dude, really? That's the only thing you're going to talk about who is more handsome, who is the greatest player, and things like that is like, okay, that could be a very interesting family to interview. Regina, yes, yes. I was watching that and I was like, okay. But okay, Ronaldo, I'm going to ask you why him. If you can do, I suppose that you like soccer.
Yes.
Your favorite team?
Um, in in the world or in Mexico?
You choose. You can tell me both.
In Mexico, I follow Toluca,
Okay,
and in the world, I like Real Madrid.
very good. Okay, I don't have any quarrel with Toluca because I follow Necaxa. I know you don't have to say anything. I'm used to deception. But yes, and in the world, I think that Real Madrid and Manchester United are my favorite teams. Now, the thing here is that why would you choose Cristiano Ronaldo of all the universe of soccer players?
Because I believe that he has a lot of how do you say um, he's like a really good professional in what he does. He works hard and he plays hard, like everybody, like I have heard. Um, he is very committed to anything he sets his mind on. Like he he put an objective like being the best player in Spain. He did it. The best player in Italy. He did it. And in every team he was, he succeeded. And I think that's really something.
Yes, I agree with that. Actually, I think that in obviously I'm talking about a few years ago because today in today's soccer there's a lot of new players that I'm not aware of because I don't follow soccer that much. but I think that Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo has to be like the greatest players of my generation. Uh, because today there's a lot of great players that have the potential to overcome Messi and Ronaldo. Maybe I don't know if that happens, but they have the potential at least. Now, I have one question. Why one question that do you would do to Cristiano Ronaldo? Eh,
Um,
You have one question only. You have he's in front of you, and you have only one question. What it would be?
um, let me think. I think I would ask him like, how does um, he set his mind in the things that he does? Like, what do you do, or what the process that you make in order to achieve all the things that he has done throughout the years?
Very good. That's a good question. It could be a long answer, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Any communication students here? ¿Algún estudiante de comunicación? I'm asking you this because my major was in communication science. So one of my biggest interests during my major was journalism, and I really enjoy doing interviews. But myself, I don't do a lot of interviews, to be honest, but I have a band. So sometimes we are subjects of these interviews for websites and things like that. So one thing that I really dislike about interviews is when the interviewer has not done a very good research about what are you going to talk, what have you done, and things like that. So sometimes you face poor interviews with stupid questions. In the case of Alejandro's question, it was very good. It was deep and has a lot of dimension that the interviewee, the one answering questions, could explore. The bad thing, like I told you, well, not bad thing. The downsides of this could be that it's going to be a long answer. Sometimes you don't have a lot of time to do the interview, especially if you are picture yourself that you are catching him after a match. Probably he's still steaming and he's like, okay, I have to go, blah blah blah. And the thing is that probably he's not going to have enough time to answer the whole dimension of this question. But your question is very good nevertheless.
Ah, okay, okay. I didn't realize that I was going to catch him after a game. I was thinking like maybe in a coffee or something with more time.
Oh, okay, in a more casual environment.
Yeah.
Yes, I was only imagining. Obviously, if you have a different setting, it could work very good because I think that that's the kind of question that the interview is going to take some time to answer, and you are going to get a very full answer in terms of you're going to understand a lot of things. It's not going to be a straight answer, yes or no. That's a very good question, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. Who else? Noe, who would you interview?
I was thinking I would like to interview to Diana Princess or Princess Diana Princess. I would like to know what happened. What happened? What she knew? What did she know about everything? I don't know. I would like to interview her.
Same
Yeah.
question, Noe. You have only one question. I was going to give you a very dark setting, but not to.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to make my question. Um, mm, no, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's very easy. What did she know about all about everything? Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Is that you cannot make a so general question. For example, if I have the chance, well, would have the chance to interview Hitler, I would ask him one simple question that obviously I have thought of this in the past. This is not a quick thinking right now. I would say, if you have one Jew in front of you right now, what would you do? Because it's not the same giving orders than executing those orders. So I think that with this question, his answer could be enlightening, to say the least. I could think of some other ideas, but very good. I'm going to give you a couple minutes, Noe, because I have one question. Okay, a very specific question. Just give it a thought. Okay,
Okay.
very good. Sandra, what would you ask to Pope Francis?
Good night, everyone. Um, when I first thing I think that if I will meet him, I will cry and I won't be able to speak too much. But I saw a beautiful documentary about him. Something that calls my attention is that he says something very important is that unfortunately this generation of people, we don't know how to listen people. We don't really know how to listen people. We are just like people that we are like in. He doesn't say that, but my interpretation is that normally uh, when people is in a conversation, I think that the conversation turns into sometimes everyone wants to have the reason or everyone wants to know more than others, something like that. And that interview was something that touched my heart so deeply. And I just will say to him how from that, how God's message can reach this new generation. But from my perspective, in my way, in my world, I see that there are a lot broken people because there is emptiness of needed of God.
And the question would be, what would be your question? Give me one example.
The question, I say the question.
Okay,
Sorry.
can you repeat it?
How can God's message reach this new generation? How
Reach.
to reach?
Okay,
How I pronounce that word? Is that word correct? Is
reach.
uh-huh.
Yes. How,
Mhm.
I would say how God's message could
God
reach this generation.
could. Yes,
Reach.
that's yeah. Mhm.
Very good. Excellent. Very good. Welken más?
And what didn't ask me about Messi? That's not fair.
Okay, go ahead. Give
Not
me
fair.
Messi.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be a little fun. I love Messi. I am just very fanatic of Messi. And if you see my Instagram has my Messi t-shirt. Okay, I just love him. I think that he is the greatest soccer player in the world. And all the history, I am Barcelona fan. I had the opportunity to see him to play the last game that Messi, Suarez, and Neymar played together. And I had the opportunity to see in this summer Argentina playing Peru. Unfortunately, he didn't play in that game, but I was so close that I was able to see him very close. I just love him in all ways, professionally, the person that he never has declared in himself to say that he is the greatest player. For him, it's more important that people say he's the greatest. What I will ask him is that because normally everyone say that he's the GOAT, he's the greatest. But I will ask something like him, what will be his own slogan or saying as a legacy for the children and the youth people besides football? Is that clear my question?
Yes, of course. I was thinking about this when you say slogan. I'm not very convinced about the term because slogan is more oriented like for merchandising, And I
Yeah.
think that the
Sorry, for example, when the people say goat, what
yes,
is that?
yes, goat. What does that mean?
No, I know the greatest of
Of them
all the
all.
time, all of the times, the
No,
greatest player.
it's the greatest of them all. El más grande de todos.
Uh-huh.
Bueno, creo. Of them.
All the time. No, the greatest of all the time. Is that right thing? No.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I knew it. You
I say gota.
just give me a pharmacy.
Greatest of all time. Okay, yes, makes sense. Then I'm not so aware of these young expressions. Very good. Yes. The thing here is that when you want to say, for example, it's not like a slogan. That was my point. It was more like you have two options that they could work better. Be the first you can say motto.
Moro?
This yes, this word means that what's your like your motivation, but like your values. What's the motto for this team is to the victory ever. For example, I'm just saying, right? And it could be a motto. It's a motivational phrase. It could be like an idea, or you can go all the way and saying what would you one sentence, what idea that can englobe your values as a player for the
Can
youth.
you write down that for me? I like what did you say, and I haven't heard that. Like how would you say? Can you repeat it for me, please?
The last thing I just said.
The last sentence that you said.
Okay, I think that I said something like one idea or one sentence that can englobe your values, and how would you pass that to the youth? I would go something like that. Right?
Okay.
Very good. So you have two interviewers here. Very good, Sandra. Okay, let's see. Oscar, you're going to interview Messi too. So, what would you ask him? Sí, y recuerden que si no pueden hablar, pueden escribir en el chat, pero quiero ver señales de vida. Same question for Ricardo and Mario. What would you ask and why would you like to interview them? Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury. ¿No? ¿Alguno? Ricardo? Eduardo, también, you said that you would like to interview Elon Musk. What would you ask them?
Hi there, teacher. Good evening. I don't really uh, interesting to ask him something like, "How does it feel to be the wealthiest person in the world?" Or, yeah, maybe it could be that question.
Very good. One thing here, when you talk about people like Elon Musk, for example, when you say wealthiest, I feel that it's like mm, very polite. When we talk about those amounts, we can say the richest or one of the richest people in the world. Okay, wealthiest es que la diferencia es como richness es riqueza y wealth es como fortuna. En este caso yo me iría más por one of the richest.
Riches. Yeah, talking about the money hasn't made during his life, right?
Yes, I agree with that. One thing that I would ask him is why he's so dedicated to that Trump. were to be the next U.S. president, because I've seen that he is pretty intense with that. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have things like X, or what it was, Twitter. He is so intense with these publications, his posts, sorry, not publications, and he's so deep into this. I think that it could
That
be
would be a good question, right? Why is supporting to Donald Trump in this campaign, right?
yeah, because he is so into it. Very good, excellent, Eduardo. Thank you.
Okay, no
Uh,
mention. Thank you very much.
Ricardo, Miguel, why would you interview Christopher Columbus or I'm Freddie Mercury, Mario? I'm waiting. Just tell me. No? I think that Christopher Columbus could be an interesting person to interview. No, no one.
Me,
Mm-mm-mm.
teacher.
Miguel, yes, go
Yes,
ahead.
uh, I would have liked to have interview with Christopher Columbus because I want to know why did he take that direction on his boat in order to arrive in America, no? Why don't take another direction with the boat?
Sorry, another direction with what?
With the boat, with the ship.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think that he discovered America by mistake.
Yes, with mistake.
Well, they say that.
It's
I don't
it's
know.
it's a worse mistake, I think.
Yeah, it would be. Eventually, it was going to happen. If not Spain, some other country would come to America and discover it. Very good. Excelente. Bueno, no sé si haya alguien más. Hay muchos, ¿por qué no los estoy viendo? Tutorial, de los que siempre hablan. Luego me dicen que por qué nada más le pregunto a los que siempre hablan, pues por eso. Hay muchos que hablan acá. No sé por qué no están. Jocelyn, Irma. ¿Qué pasa? Raquel. Bien, mientras les voy a compartir una ventana antes de que los mande a la actividad. Sandra, yes.
Profe, I have a question. Would you please give me an example? Because always I have a really hard time about the verb, like in the past. I will say in Spanish when you say something. Si yo hubiera hecho esto, hubiera podido hacer esto, ¿cierto? Como if I should have si me explicas ese concepto, te lo agradecería.
Sí, es una. Es que en inglés es un poquito más simple, pero precisamente por eso, para los que tienen el español como primera lengua, se puede complicar. If I have done this. Dame un ejemplo un poco más concreto. Si hubieras hecho qué.
Estoy pensando. Give me just one moment.
Porque la forma más sencilla es if I had done this. Si yo hubiera hecho esto. Y acá algo que es importante acá es cómo vas a conjugar el verbo. If I had done. El verbo, el auxiliar have está en pasado y el verbo principal va a estar en participio. Si hubiera hecho esto. If I... ay,
Pero,
dime.
por ejemplo, yo escucho, discúlpame, escucho mucho a la gente que usa el should and the could, but when they say in past, like, si yo hubiera, por ejemplo, elegido ir a, por decir algo, no sé, si hubiera elegido ir o si hubiera aceptado esta posición, quizás hubiera tenido esta otra oportunidad, algo así. Y siempre me confunde mucho because they use like the should, but always it's hard for me. It is the have or the auxiliar have or had plus the verb.
Eso es have, porque es si yo hubiera el verbo. Por ejemplo, más o menos agarré la idea que tenías. If I had chosen to accept this position, I could have a lot more money. La primera suena
That's a good example.
La primera suena muy formal y la segunda ya es como más banda, ¿no? Pero eso es un ejemplo. If I had chosen to accept this position, I could have a lot more money. Ahí estás hablando de tiempos que son, para nosotros en español sería como el copretérito o el pospretérito, ¿sí? Yo tendría, ese es pospretérito. Yo tendría es para situaciones hipotéticas, que pueden ser en el pasado o en el futuro. En el caso del copretérito, acuérdate que en español son los que terminan en adoído, tos o cho. Si yo hubiera aceptado, o en este caso yo hubiera decidido aceptar este puesto, tendría mucho más dinero. Acá entiendo tu punto, pero no te confundas con la primera oración, que es if I had, y el verbo en participio. Acá, if I chosen to accept, suena bien, de hecho suena muy bien, muy elegante el decirlo de esta forma, porque lo más probable es que tú dijeras en un inglés un poco más coloquial, if I had accepted, o en este caso, no, if I have accepted, si yo hubiera aceptado. Sí, que suena, como te digo, como lo escribí, suena bastante bien. If I had accepted the position, I could have a lot more money. ¿Sí? Piensa siempre en ejemplos, ¿sí? En este caso, una herramienta que yo te recomiendo, obviamente lo mejor es que me preguntes, pero si no puedes dormir por la duda, que me pasa muy fíjate en el traductor, usa el traductor, el de Google funciona bien, aunque hay otros mejores, pero el de Google es aceptable para esto, y pon diferentes ejemplos en español. Puedes decir, si yo hubiera aceptado, si yo hubiera decidido aceptar, si hubiera pensado en aceptar. O sea, son variaciones en español que te van a dar resultados un poquito diferentes en inglés. Y fíjate, y ya después podemos profundizar un poco con la explicación. Pero siempre que quieras hacer esto, si yo hubiera, siempre va a ser. Y en pasado con las otras personas verbales es igual. If I had más verb in past participle. ¿Ok? Siempre va a ser así. Si yo hubiera, y acuérdate, si yo hubiera jugado, si yo hubiera hecho, si yo hubiera, lo que sea, ha doído tos ocho en español. Con eso, siempre vas a, obviamente tienes que saber la conjugación de los verbos irregulares. En este caso, una que va a sonar bien. In the river, I would be dead by now. Este va a sonar muy rebuscado, pero la misma idea. If I had swum in the river, I would be dead by now. Un poco oscuro, pero esa es la idea, ¿no? O sea.
Thank you.
Nada, si tienes más dudas, pregúntame.
Yeah, I will. Sí.
Me encantan. Muy bien, Victoria, adelante.
Hi, teacher. Good night. Your question is about what is my um, favorite person.
No, not exactly. Who would you interview? If you have the chance, who would you interview?
Um, no entendí. Perdón.
Si pudieras entrevistar a alguien,
Ok, ok.
¿a quién sería y qué le preguntarías? Una pregunta nada más.
Ok. A Messi. About mm, bueno, que cuál es su, no sé, le preguntaría, perdón, le preguntaría qué, qué sensación le causa cuando tiene o sea, un triunfo, digamos. No sé cómo lo traduciría en inglés.
Bueno, podrías decirle, what do you feel
Ujú,
or what's the feeling? What do you feel or what's the feeling
ujú.
when you... cuando dices triunfo es un poquito general, puedes decir algo más específico, por ejemplo, cuando ganas un partido o
Ah,
cuando anotas un gol. Las dos opciones serían, what do you feel when
ajá.
you win a match? Esa es una. Y la otra sería, what do you feel or what are your feelings when you score a goal? Cuando
Ah,
anotas un gol.
eh,
¿Ok?
sí, ok,
Muy
gracias.
bien. Excelente. Y bien, entonces, va para acá. Los va a mandar a una sesión separada, van a hacer un ejercicio similar, pero ahora entre los 4 compañeros. Y quiero que formulen 3 preguntas. Se las voy a dejar baratas. 3 preguntas. Ahora, ahorita hubo varios ejemplos muy buenos, pero quiero que profundicen un poco más. Van a escoger a esa persona, lo cual les va a llevar un par de minutos en ponerse de acuerdo, yo lo sé, pero una vez que lo tengan, traten de pensar en una pregunta interesante, que pueda darles una respuesta interesante. ¿Cómo ven? ¿Quieren que alguno del equipo o todos también respondan las preguntas como si fuera la persona o lo dejamos solamente con las preguntas?
Profe,
Someone
disculpe,
of
es
the
que,
team.
Perdón, a ver, primero Sandra y luego Abigail.
disculpa, Abigail, tú puedes ir primero, yo puedo esperar.
Ah, sí, Abigail, adelante.
I think it's better that someone of the team say the idea or the question for
Answer.
the practices. Yeah,
Yes, one of the team answer the
yes.
question. One person in the team answers the question. Very good. Sandra.
Profe, es que no entendí, o sea, ¿sería escoger otra persona, una persona a quien entrevistaría o es una entrevista entre nosotros? ¿Y qué
La-
pregunta
les
le
estaba,
haríamos?
les estaba dando la opción democrática de que solo escribieran las preguntas, las 3 preguntas, o que una persona o también los del equipo, los que quisieran, respondieran las preguntas. ¿Cómo ven?
Como
Tenemos un
sea, está
voto
bien.
para que se respondan. ¿Tú qué dices, Sandra? La opción democrática no va a servir, entonces está en tus manos.
Entonces, creo que es interesante lo que más podamos practicar inglés, creo que es la idea
Excelente.
de lo que se
Vamos a
pueda.
dejarlo entonces con que también la responden. Y no respuestas de sí y no, por favor. Muy bien, les mando la invitación. Recuerden que si alguien se queda solo o sus compañeros no hablan, regrese rápido y lo pongo en otro equipo. ¿Va? Listo. ¿Ya terminaron? Bien. Supongo que ya estarán revisando todos. ¿Les dio tiempo? A ver, nos da tiempo de revisar. Nos da tiempo de revisar uno de un equipo. ¿Voluntarios o yo escojo? Rafael, adelante.
Hello, everybody. We got a good team. I think one of the other teammates should present more than me. Just wanted to say hi, and I don't know if anybody that was in my group. It was Irma, Raquel, y there was, I don't see his name on the
Eduardo.
screen. Eduardo, yeah. Maybe one of them can actually, talk about what we did. If not, I can do it, but I would rather have one of them do it.
Rafael's team, it's up to you. You decide. But do it quickly, please.
Raquel, you want to do it?
We interview a Chapo Guzmán. The 3 questions. One question was, how did you get started in the business? 2, if you had not chosen this business, what else would have been your dreams job? 3, have you ever done deals with politicians that we didn't know about? If so, can you name him or her?
Very good, Raquel. Politicians.
Politicians. ¿Cómo?
Politicians. Políticos. Very good. Excellent. Do you have the answers for these questions? Or you didn't get to that part?
We kind of started it. Eduardo said he would do it. Actually, no, I said I would do it for the money, the lifestyle, the woman, the cars, the crazy life. But it was like hard to put words on his mouth because we don't really know what his answers would have been. It could have been just, I was dragged into it. I was forced to do it. I mean, it could have been anything really. So we did talk about it. We everybody put their mind into it, and we gave a couple of different answers. But again, it's just we were just guessing of what he might have said, but obviously it's just fictitious.
Yeah, I suppose, and I wouldn't dare to answer for him. I don't know. I think that every criminal could give an answer like, okay, I was not planning on getting caught. That could be interesting. Very good, excellent. Alguien había levantado la mano, aparte del equipo de Rafael. ¿Quién fue? No me acuerdo si fue Abigail. ¿Ya no? Sí, ya no alcancé a ver quién fue. Bien, recuerden que siempre que hacemos estas actividades y no nos da tiempo de revisarlo, me lo pueden mandar por correo para que lo revise. Ya se los puse ahí. ¿Va? Si no hay alguna duda, nos vemos el jueves. Que tengan excelente noche. Cuídense mucho, que estén muy bien.
Thank you. Have a
No,
good night, everyone.
Buenas noches.
No hubo encuesta, ¿eh?
Thank you.
Eso veo.
Ya no hubo encuesta.
Have a good one.
Cuídense mucho, que estén bien.